Okay, we live.
We on. I forgot my
All right.
water.
All right. What's today's date, man? Let's frame the show right.
It's the fifth late night. We got an hour before it's gonna be the sixth.
Damn, Malel. On a work night, we getting started. All
We
right.
probably gonna drop it on the sixth. You feel me?
Definitely. This is our first broadcast on StreamYard, is it?
No, we did something on StreamYard before,
We
but we
did
didn't
it.
drop it. Yeah,
We recorded it.
we recorded
So what you mean we didn't drop it?
because
When you say we recorded on StreamYard but we didn't drop it, what you mean?
I think we had the free version. Remember? So we
We didn't. It don't count, dog. You know what I'm saying? This is our first time on StreamYard really getting off.
Damn, bro, we talking at the 1 minute though, and this bitch recorded. Can I chop it up?
Yeah, I think we could chop it off. We're gonna be able to edit this.
Got you.
Yeah,
All right, Cap. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get right into it, man. Let's.
yeah, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. We this true news and reviews, so we gonna get into the interesting topics of the day.
Let's get it.
Now, before we got on the one, oh, you over there smoking?
I mean, I'm trying to deal with this. This is my late night. This is my vibe session time. So
Yeah, yeah. I got a little,
I
I
don't
got
smoke.
a little boost too. What
I
flavor?
ain't trying to be like what's his name? What the guy Joe Rogan and all that, but
Oh yeah. In the studio with Elon Musk, they running it down. But yeah, the people might be interested in what kind of flavor you got over there, or something like that.
I got some runts. You know, niggas be around here talking about they got the runts, everything runts. So
That's
I got
respectable. That's a respectable name. Everything runs nowadays, though.
right. So you don't know what you nigga,
Yeah,
nigga.
that's why I don't put too much into a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, a rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. But I digress. I digress. First thing we should probably get into is your boy Tip Harris, rapper, stand-up comedian Tip Harris. He's in the news now because he attacked a comedian. Or
Attack?
well, that's a strong word. I should be more generous. He got up on stage, he heckled, he interrupted the show. At one point, he snatched the mic from her, all because she made a joke about the sexual allegations.
Mm.
Have you seen the video?
I seen the video. I seen the video. And you know what I said too? I'm like, dang, I wish we could. I wish I can go to the video and share my screen with you here.
Yeah, you know what? We'll probably play a clip. You know what I'm saying? When we chop it up, you know what I'm saying? The audience will get a clip and get to see what he actually did, and then they could weigh in on it, and just like we weighing in on it.
Yeah.
But so what do you think about that? I mean,
They ain't gonna
do you
let me.
think there's ever a good time like where it would be justified for somebody to get up on a stage because of some they said, like, is there any joke that's too far in your opinion, Bob?
Is it any joke that's too far?
Yeah,
I
that would
mean,
warrant somebody going on the stage.
I cannot. I mean, I can't. When I think of something like that, I think of like I can't see it. You know what I mean? I can't understand why you would put your life in danger. Because I mean,
Yeah,
putting your hands on somebody or trying to get violent with somebody, you gotta understand it's not that type of world out here right now. You don't need to be feeling like you that guy, you know.
yeah, tough guy, right?
It- I mean, it's a lot of guys that's just gonna be waiting for people like that, and it's just I don't think they need to indulge into that. They're gonna run into a bad apple. When you got like that, you're gonna run into something that you're not gonna be expecting. So
Do you think that maybe Ti probably felt more comfortable approaching the stage, being that this was a woman?
no, I think T.I. He's a hothead.
Mm.
I mean, he's listening to him. He look like he's stand on. He's not, but I don't know. You get what I mean? But that just seems a little for him to do all that. It's just I can't
Um,
understand why.
I don't know. I just think that if he's going to enter the comedy world, he's going to have thick skin. And if we learned anything from what happened with Will Smith, after it seemed like he couldn't take the joke, it seemed like comedians went harder after that. That
Right.
didn't stop people from making jokes about Jada or her being bald or anything that they got going on. It seemed like it increased. So being
This
that
is
Ti,
the
yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's on Lovely T's page, the Facebook page.
tip sat right there.
Yeah. I don't know. We probably can't even have all that language on here. You're gonna get us shut down before we even get started.
Started.
Yeah, she
So
was
that was a
talking.
little clip. I just wanted to let them see a little clip of this, man.
Yeah, that's her responding. They don't really have what he said. What
What he did.
yeah, they no they shown what he did, but they don't really have what went on right before that clip. You know what I'm saying? I guess the actual joke
Yeah.
that she made, and she actually released a statement that I
Mm.
was not released a statement. I don't want to say it like that. It's not like she had a publicist. She was on
Right.
live
She went
telling her
live and
side of the
talked.
story, and uh, she said that Ti was antagonizing her first. She said that Ti was asking her to take off her wig, and she was like, "I'll take off my wig if you talk about the allegations." That's what she's saying. So she said she didn't even really go in like that, but just I guess he's sensitive about that, you know.
Bruh, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. We grew up around and we've seen this. You
Mm-hmm.
get me? As
Yeah.
kids, when people talk about and they have jokes, we see people
Oops.
take it too far and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's the same thing going on. It's just like some people they gonna get the joke and take it too far. It's gonna get in their feelings. People know how to say things to touch you now inside.
Yeah, but you just said when we were kids, right? We've come a long way since kids, and letting words get to us as kids. I mean, I would think that we have, but apparently
It's
not.
some grown ass kids out here, dog.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
this. You know what I'm saying? They on the stage. They just it looks like it looked like, bro. They just or it could be good marketing. Now I gotta look at it in another eye. Okay.
Okay.
I get
Okay.
what you're saying with all of
All right.
this, but then I
Yeah.
gotta say, hmm, it got our attention. It's a headline.
Yeah.
Ti and comedy. Is this good for his? I mean, is it? That's my question to you though.
You
Is
know
this
what? That's an interesting point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm completely on board, but I think it's at least plausible. I mean, hear me out. Is this a rollout? You know what I'm saying? Is this is the promotion for Ti's comedy career? Did he see all the publicity that Will Smith and Chris Rock got, and then we all thought, not we all, you know what I'm saying? Because, but I saw a lot of people say that they thought that the whole Chris Rock and Will Smith shit was scripted. So maybe, even though I don't think it was, maybe he saw that and was like, yo,
Opportunity.
maybe I could orchestrate something that's going to get me
Mm.
talked about. Like, so you think that could be a possibility? You
I
think?
think that could be a possibility. So I got a whole. I just like you said, we had a talk and we like, damn, we don't even like to talk about some of this bullshit, but we gotta talk about this bullshit just so we can get the sense into it. You get what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
why we came up with Shrewd News, because we want to be able to get real, factual sense, that we bring to the table. So I feel that if he's doing this as a marketing stunt, if this was and listen, I can't judge people on how they do their thing, you know what I mean, or how they get into the news, bro. If you
I
trying
can.
to,
I
yeah,
can. I'm going to judge people and prepare to be judged.
right. I mean,
In
I
other
can
words.
judge you, but if you're doing this to get attention and it's a marketing scheme, now to me is all bets off. You get what I'm saying? It's like a movie. It's like an act. You get what I mean? So it's
Well,
not,
well, I'll
like
say
what?
this: he's a public figure, and people look up to Ti. So he don't need to be putting out that kind of image. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, I don't know. He has kids and everything like that, and he's a comedian now. So the last thing he needs to be trying to promote is that you could go up on a stage and bully people because you don't like what they say. And I like what you said, because yeah, we don't care as deeply about these issues, necessarily just because they're celebrities, but celebrities, they bring a lot of attention to them. So if we could use that attention to talk about the moral of the story, I think it's good for society. I think we contribute into the greater good. So with that being said, I think it's a good time to say that I, for one, and let me know if you agree, we shouldn't be condoning people initiating violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not self-defense. These are jokes. Nobody hit you. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you went out there and like bullied a woman, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think it's worth saying that.
yeah.
I don't think that's the way he should have handled that situation. You know, and where was the security at? I mean, why? Because he's
Right.
Ti. Now, what if somebody would have act like that on Ti stage when he was rapping or something like that?
T.I. gonna have them. He gonna have that security put them hands on him. You know,
Quick.
niggas come at rappers and they have security. Security guards get fired if you don't put hands and do
That's what
nothing
I'm
about
trying
it.
to say. So look at what he's doing in there. So where was the security in that comedy club? Are we gonna see more security in comedy clubs now? Because we keep seeing these clips going viral, and that's making people feel more emboldened to do these kind of things.
Yeah, if they got security or not, they may have a pistol on them. So I mean, whatever we need to, or something on them. I mean, just putting your hands on somebody. I mean, I think it's good attention. I think it's, even though it's bad, I see
Yeah.
bad news get people in. I mean, it fluctuates them. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think I don't think that's the type. They say all
Oh,
there ain't no such thing as
publicity,
bad publicity or however
right?
that, but
I mean, I don't know,
I
but
don't
I
think
don't know
that's
how they market.
I don't think that's I don't think that holds up all the time, because nowadays people are losing opportunities because of
Mm.
things they said. Will Smith, we seen what he's going through. They said he backed away from his movie he had with Netflix. They said there was a Bad Boys 4 coming out. They
No,
don't
he
know
was
now. They put
it's
that shit on ice. I mean, whatever happens, man, we need a second season of Bel Air. So I hope everything blow over before that get affected, because I love that show. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that we, now that we on Will and Jada, because
okay.
it's easy to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Another comedian, approached on stage for something they said. It just came out
yeah.
that Jada thinks Will overreacted, Jada, she broke her silence. She says that her and Will are in agreement that he overreacted, and she wished that he hadn't slapped Chris. What do you got to say about that?
Now, remember we had a conversation, and there's women out here. We
Yeah.
see it on Instagram, we see it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
There's women out here that was seriously like, "Yo, if you don't slap nobody like Will Smith, I don't want to be with you."
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, yo, yeah. If my man don't love me enough to smack somebody for disrespecting me, I don't want him. There was a lot of that going on.
yeah, so from
Mhm.
me knowing that the intuition, oh, maybe they seen it, but from me hearing women on that point makes me think that Will kind of did that to accommodate her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that is kind of what he did. He did it to defend her honor, which was totally wrong. But I think it's good that Jada is saying that I didn't want him to do that. Like that's not how you defend me. I think it's important to state that she wasn't in any physical danger.
Mm-mm.
And throughout this whole thing, this needs to be said. Jada has gotten a bad rap. Everybody blamed Jada for that. All of the jokes. They said, "Oh, like even when I heard Chris Rock's brother doing some stand up comedy,
I
he
heard that
said
too.
you gonna hit
Mama
my
purpose.
brother because your B gave you the side eye." Jada's allowed to not think a joke is funny. She's allowed to roll her eyes. It's not like she told Will go slap him. And then they say that she's evil because of the whole thing with August Alsina, man. Men do that with young women. I don't see no men. If you seen like if the typical guy meets
Right.
a younger woman that's successful, looks good, he's not gonna say that she's off limits because she might be dealing with a little substance abuse problem or depression or something like that, and nobody's gonna have a problem with it. So Jada did that. Will and Jada both said that there was no infidelity, so they were on a break or whatever you want to call it, but he was doing his thing, she was doing his. So there's no really wrongdoing there. And she said that in front of him. So how does Jada keep on getting blamed for stuff that we should be putting the blame on Will for? Even the women, like you said, they didn't look at it as, Will flipped out. They looked at it like he was a hero and he's just doing what Jada wanted him to do. But now we know Jada didn't want him to do that. She wasn't cool with it. Or is she
Now,
it now?
I mean, we got to look at it both sides. Will is getting reprimanded by it. Is getting, people talking about like, yo, that was wrong, da da da. I don't even think, even if she did, this was the public thing to say. Do you get what I'm saying?
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
give
just
you
the
an
thing to
example.
say that makes sense.
I'm gonna give you
From
an
what?
example. I'm gonna give you an
Okay.
example. How when
Yeah.
Brian Flores was like, "Hey man, the NFL did this and blah blah blah," and Ross he came back with a nice signature like, "No, that didn't happen like this." You know what I mean? I get that they're on the same side, but we can't just.
I
I
don't know if
can't
that example works for me because I'm not. I don't know that much about that Flores
about the
story.
first situation. Okay, well, I don't know that this response is just definitely. I can't just go that you say that she said this. That is exactly. She didn't feel like other women felt that she wanted a man to slap. If a man wanted to slap her for defending her, I can't. I can't say that she don't. You know what I mean, like that, or she. But I think that is the right thing to say if she does feel like that genuinely. That's the right thing to say. But I would think that somebody would say that. In a public forum, you a celebrity, you have to say things more scripted. You get what I mean? You can't be Dave Chappelle out here. It's only a couple people that that's really just gonna speak like, yo, they speaking like from the heart. And I'm not knocking it. She could feel like that, but I mean, it's a public statement from a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like from Will. Will said, he apologized from doing it and all of that. But do you feel like how do you feel about what he said, his public statement after what he did?
I think it made sense. I mean, he did something in the heat of the moment. We all know him to be a pretty positive dude, promoting good stuff. He made good movies. I think he just in that moment he made a mistake, and now he's carrying it the way he's supposed to. He's being
I
accountable.
can see
He's
that.
apologizing,
Yeah.
and Jada's kind of on code with that too. I mean, but I think that I could think that she really believes that. I think this is all Will. I don't.
Yeah.
I've never seen Jada do nothing that goofy, so I just put this
I
all
just
on
gotta
him.
put it on both sides. I don't wanna, I can't, I gotta anything that we have to know that it could be non-factual, not Jada, not to say what she's saying, she don't feel it, but this channel
Yeah,
is
but
about screwed news. You feel me?
yeah,
So
but
I gotta get
we don't want to be neutral just for the sake of being neutral. You know what I'm saying? Like, what reason do we have to really doubt that she's being sincere about that statement?
no. I'm not. I'm just giving that example of how a public statement can be public.
Yeah.
We done had some people that needed public statements. Like they can't even speak to the.
So you think you look, so let me ask you this. You think the team got together and it was like, all right, look, this
I
is how
mean,
we're
big
gonna
money
move
is
forward.
involved. Is big money involved? Listen, it's big.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that's impossible. Look, let me give you the scenario. The publicist team came over, sat everybody down in the living room. They're like, okay, we've got Will's apology out there. We're gonna wait a few days. Jada, we have your statement already written up, drawn up. We're gonna run through it a few times. Then we're gonna have a statement from Jaden and Willow, and we're gonna, slowly move toward getting these deals back. We're gonna go on an apology tour. We're gonna get you in church. We're gonna get you at Sunday service.
Now you see where I'm
You know what I'm
going.
saying? Get you back in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Now you see where I'm going. You feel
Yeah,
me? That's where.
we need a look. They're working out a number with Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Just to can we publicly bury the hatchet? Like how many M's is it gonna take for you to
Hey,
kind of just
right.
you know what I'm saying? I think that that's possible. If we
Bro,
just gonna
mistakes.
speculate.
Mistakes when you got money like that become expensive, bro.
Yeah, expensive mistake.
So you can genuinely be sorry, but you still have to carry it in a way where it has to be keep you protected.
Hey,
You get
speaking of expensive mistakes,
me?
how long does Chris Rock have to like press charges about this? Like, could he turn around like next week and be like, you know what, man, this shit is just too stressful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need I need damages, bro. Like, not even on some criminal shit, just civilly. Like, this
Listen,
is
I
this is
will
like
get
hurting
that
my
bag
career.
out of Will. Will, you
Yeah,
gotta give me 10 M's, bro. You slap me in front of
10?
everybody. Listen, this is
10.
why I want 10. You slap me
No,
in front of
man.
millions and
No.
millions of people. Listen, number one, then you got on stage and apologized to it. The first person you should have apologized to was that man.
Yeah, that's
Forget,
real.
forget
That's real.
everybody else. You slapped this man.
Look, man.
Apologize to this man in front of everybody, bro.
Look, man. 10, I think is a low ball. I think look, you might have to go for like 50 or something. If I'm
I
Chris
gotta
Rock's
hit his pockets, dog. I'm gonna be real with you.
no,
I
no,
gotta hit you in them pockets,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you, how I'm gonna come about it because I'm gonna be like, look, we had an action movie on the table. You know what I'm saying? This has tarnished his reputation. Like now they don't want to start me in an action movie no more. The world saw me get slapped. You emasculated me. Now the deal's off the table. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what that could have grossed? You know what I'm saying? Once it went to, you know what I'm saying, Netflix and you know what I'm saying, HBO Max and stuff, like you stopping future endeavors for me. And I'm a big money person too. I'm Chris Rock. So I'm just,
You right.
these these are
You
big
right.
money
I ain't no
mistakes. Yeah,
look. I ain't no broke dude. I'm already got M's, bro. I need 50. I need a Honda. This
yeah,
big. You ain't slept.
yeah. And, and if you're Chris Rock, I don't have to be a tough guy. You want to be a tough guy? You slapped me.
Listen, for 10 to 50 M's, I would have let Will walk up there, slap me. Yeah, okay. Let me get that paper, man. Uh-huh.
Yo, for
I'm gonna hit
10,
you. I'm gonna
for
hit you
any
and Jada.
man,
I'm
for
gonna hit
one
both of y'all.
look, for one meal ticket. I mean, look, like I said, Jada's getting a bad rap in this, man. Jada's all right, but if Will had slapped me,
You like Jada, man.
I
All
would,
right.
I would have. I think I would have had to press charges, man. I think I would have had to lock up Hancock, man. I would have
No, I
thrown
want that
Ali in
paper.
jail.
Listen, no, bro, that ain't gonna do nothing for me. I
No,
want
that's
that
gonna
paper.
solidify my case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta have everything buttoned up. You're not gonna get away from this, man. You assaulted me, dog. That's just one side of it, and then we're gonna go with the civil case. But I'm gonna make sure I got you right where I want you because if you want to play the tough guy role, I'm gonna play my role. You know what I'm saying? I'm at I'm at
I'm-
work, man.
you want me to play that guy that got slapped? Okay, I'm gonna play that guy then. That's what you want to do.
I'm
But
gonna
man,
get you
listen,
out the way. I'm gonna get
I
you out the
think
way.
just like you said, the publicist, the script, we have to take this into consideration. We're not dealing with regular people that just get on Facebook, Instagram, and let everybody know, look, la 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 la, this real. You're getting
Yeah,
a professional statement, a publicist, like you said, to make sure the bag is being covered, bro. They gotta cover the bag.
yeah,
And it's not a
yeah.
bad thing to do. I would do it. Listen, I would be the same way. Listen, what's the best thing I could say? I mean, I'm truly genuine sorry for what I did, but
Yeah.
what can we say, man, to just keep me from losing my money? I don't want to lose money in opportunities behind it. You get what I mean?
It's already happening. I saw like right after
Like,
the slap, his it looked like his therapist or counselor or something released a statement talking about what he'd been through in his childhood and why he could have snapped. I was like, I thought about that for a minute. I was like, did they put him up to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this already like the rebrand? Getting started already. So I didn't know, but that's just speculating. The facts are Jada has broken her silence.
mhm.
Will has apologized. Um, Chris has broken his silence. You know what I'm saying? He said he's still processing it. I saw a statement from the little brother today
Oh, he's still
saying that
processing the situation.
that's what
Yeah,
Chris Rock said.
he got to
You know,
count up. Yeah, he got to count it up. You get what I'm saying? That's why he got to process it and let.
yeah,
Okay,
he
what
has to do the math on this whole situation. Like, how
exactly?
do I
This is
really
a
want to play
business.
this?
This is a business deal for him now. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking up something now because there was an interesting twist in all of this that I saw today, man. I want to be on point, you know what I'm saying? Because I want the people to know us for having things uh
Accurate.
yeah accurate. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wait a minute because maybe you could pull it up on your end too, but I'm gonna go ahead and look on my end. Word on the street is August Alsina is dropping a new song, man. They said that he might be alluding to the affair in the new song too. So with all of this that's been happening with
Great
Will Smith,
marketing.
Yeah, you know, there's people who have alleged that Will Smith might have disappeared August Alsina, you know what I'm saying, because of the entanglement. You know, he's that powerful of a guy. We ain't heard from August. We thought Will Smith maybe got him out the way. Apparently, no. You know, August Alsina has to capitalize on all of this too. Now, that's a guy who I think is really setting up for a rollout. That's somebody who needs the publicity right now.
Yeah.
Will Smith don't need it. You know what I'm saying? He getting a little bit too much publicity right now, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock was already famous, but August Alsina needs a hit. This is the perfect time for him to. I mean, a lot of people want to know what he has to say about all of this.
I mean, yeah, it's great business for him, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so the song is called Shake the World. I heard it. I didn't think it was nothing special. You know what I'm saying? August Alsina, he's a talented guy. You know, I love that song that he had. I love it.
Is
Remember
he
that?
still like, is he a top artist?
What are you joking, man?
I
Is
mean, like,
August Alsina a top artist?
I never really, I heard of
I
him
don't think
through
he's a
this
top artist
at
anymore.
all.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no. When's the last time you heard about him being on anything?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's not really, I think he needs this kind of, ain't
Yeah,
nothing wrong
he
with that. Yeah.
no,
He
ain't nothing
needs
wrong.
it.
We all look. There ain't nothing wrong with clout chasing, man.
Right.
You got to get the clout, man. The clout gonna get you some cash. You know what I'm saying?
It's some
So
sales, man, you know.
I think this is the time. You know what I'm saying? You already don't went super public with the relationship with Jada. She done talked about it. He was on the red table talk with it too. Will Smith moved him into the house, so he's always gonna be part of that story anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might as well try to. That's a hell of a stat too, man. That's good. Having like Jada, that's big, man. Like if Kim
Wow.
Kardashian made a whole career off of that whole tape with Ray J type of thing, why wouldn't he be able to? That's who August Alsina need to make a song with, Ray J.
But what stat? My thing is, what is the difference from it being Jada or he smashed the regular Jennifer in the what difference would it
I
be?
think you know what it means, man. It's Jada Pinkett. I mean, that's the girl from Set It Off. That's the girl from a different
At the end
world,
of the
man. What you
day,
mean?
she's a regular, right? I get what you're saying, but I mean, I just don't. It's just I don't. That could have been anybody, bro. He was just.
Yeah,
You know,
we're all
'cause
just mammals at the end of the day. I mean, I
yeah, I
feel
mean, yeah, he was in that spot when he was in the right place at the right spot, but somebody was probably gonna get taken down no matter what anyway. You get what I mean?
yeah, it's gonna be somebody here, but
She probably
Jada's
would
on
have got
point, man.
somebody
Jada
hit. You feel
Jada
me?
gets a look, man. Jada look good for her age. Jada gets a bag. You could do a lot worse than Jada Pinkett in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like was if Jada was in Broward, she'd be the baddest. She'd be one of the baddest around. You know what I'm saying? Just her vibe. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was always gonna be something.
Yeah, I mean that is great. Like I get what you're doing on that point, but I don't see how this makes August Alstina because he smashed. Like it gives
Because
him
we're
like
talking about him, man. This is the slap heard around the world.
right.
They're gonna bring up the entanglement. If everybody's talking about that, they're bringing you up. This is the time to drop.
The drop, I get you. Yeah.
So I don't have
This
no
he
problem with
still
that.
got to drop a hit though. Like you say, I ain't hear the song.
The
I'm a,
song's not good, but a
right.
lot of
Well,
songs. I mean, it's not bad either to me. But that's music is subjective, and we could get programmed into liking that song. It's a lot of songs that's not that good, and if it gets the right backing behind it, you know what I'm saying. That song with him and Ross didn't go. I mean, that didn't go that didn't go crazy either, right?
okay, he did do a song with Ross. Now,
You like
yeah,
that?
yeah, I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't, it was like all right, but it wasn't like in the head like that. But
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't just be throwing out mid like that. You got an opportunity like this. I would have been on the phone with Hit Boy. Like, look, we gotta go in, no. I would have called Drake or so. Oh no, you can't do that because I think Drake and Will cool. So it'd have been like,
yeah, you couldn't have put out nobody else in it. But
yeah,
he
it's
got to
tough.
make a hit. Period. It ain't. I mean, this could get an exposure if it was a hit. You know what I mean? But
I know that's what I'm trying to say. There's certain people he could have went in there with and got a hit. He could have got Timbo. He could have grabbed Swiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is
right.
major. Like, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? You know who I am. I'm August. You know what I'm saying? Just you
If
know.
he want to be known for making music or being one of Jada's little, snatch and grabs, bro, what it's up to him. You know what I'm saying?
So you think he should get away from the whole entanglement?
Yeah, I think he need. No, he can use it for promo, but you better get in the studio and trying to make hits, bro. Because I don't
I think
think.
that's what he's trying to do. But
Yeah,
it's hard to make a hit when you trying to make a hit. You know.
yeah,
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish him the best. I wish him the best.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I definitely wanted to get into some more substantive news, man.
Okay. What else you got for us?
Well, we definitely got to talk about the new study that found that Fox News viewers
Mm-hmm.
were less likely to fall for disinformation after being paid to watch CNN for a period of time. Now I sent you that story. Did you get a chance to, you know, skim over it at least a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah. I skimmed over it. I definitely. Now, was this report done by Fox or done by CNN?
No, it wasn't done by either one. It was an
Ah,
independent. Let me
okay.
see. Let me see if I could get a quote or two. You know, this is an impromptu show. We researching with the audience. Go ahead and
Well,
look amongst yourselves, man. Get in your phone, man. That's what we do now. We watch shit on YouTube while we skimming through the phone. So
you could
there's
just
a lot of different stories that followed this. I saw there's a story in the Independent, the Washington Post, MSNBC. Um, I think I like Salon. We'll go with Salon for this story. But to
okay.
put it in more precise terms, I'm going to quote from Salon. This article was written on April 4th, 2022. Fox News viewers can be deprogrammed? Question mark. Paying them to watch CNN makes them less gullible. They say participants were paid $15 an hour to watch CNN instead of Fox. So we got some interesting results. It was a groundbreaking new study. They paid viewers of Fox News channel to watch CNN for 30 whole days. Those viewers ultimately became more skeptical and less likely to buy into fake news. The early impacts after just 3 days showed that the viewers were already starting to change. Now, there was something that was really interesting, man. One of the things that they found out, I'm going to get to the good part, man. They say, oh, this one I wanted you here. They said during this period, the researchers explained that CNN provided extensive coverage of COVID-19, which included information about the severity of COVID-19 in the crisis and poor aspects of Donald Trump's performance handling COVID-19. And Fox News covered 19 much less. They covered COVID-19, excuse me, much less, said the study. So
Hmm.
after being paid to watch CNN, they was kind of more inclined to believe that vaccines were safe. What do you think about that?
Oh, they were inclined to think that vaccines are safe.
Well, they were more inclined to think that.
That they're safe after seeing them talk about it a lot.
Yeah, well, they say CNN was giving more information about COVID-19. What do you think that means?
I guess if they get more information about it, they get more information about it, they feel more secure and feel a lot better in trusting it. What
Well,
you
they said CNN was giving the viewers more information about why the virus. Uh, they said Fox was actually giving them information saying that the virus wasn't that serious.
Hmm. So they're basically saying that when they put it in CNN, people believe more of the.
They were more inclined to think that the virus was at least serious. On Fox News, they're saying that it ain't serious. They ain't giving no information about why they should take it serious. Now that they start to watch CNN, they start to sway the other way.
So my question on this would be, just like I would say in business, okay? I think if CNN is doing one thing, I think it'd be best for another industry to just have a whole nother view to make the viewpoints. I like me and your view, like I like how you view stuff and I view stuff. So what I'm saying is they could be on two different business protocols. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you get what I mean? So it's like they may be battling each other. So it's like I'm gonna go against whatever you doing. I don't know the particulars of it, but that's what I would think, being that this is shrewd news. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, why is it, opposite? Why aren't everybody on the same page? You get what I mean?
Okay, I want to make sure I try to understand what you're saying. You saying that there needs to be like Fox News, so there's a difference of opinion.
No, I'm saying I don't know if it's a McDonald's Burger King thing. If it's like, okay, we stay on this we stay on this side and you stay on this side. It's like left ring, white ring, I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, some things are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some things are like that, but some things we have to disagree on.
Right. Yeah. Oh, what you mean, like from Fox and CNN standpoint?
Well, if somebody says something like vaccines aren't safe, COVID-19 isn't serious, we have to disagree with them. We can't just be like, well, that's your personal view and this is mine. And, we all have the right to think, well, like, no, we can't be like that. We got to disagree with people because if we just be neutral for the sake of being neutral, people die.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not really giving the study justice. I
Oh, so you
welcome
don't you
anybody.
don't you don't believe in the study. You don't feel that.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying
Oh,
to understand the study is not the same as being able to explain the study. So what I want to do is encourage people to read the full story themselves. But I will say this: it wasn't a study done by Fox News or CNN, Bob. It was a study written by David E. Brockman and Joshua L. Kayla, and this was done in September of 2020. And the actual study is 126 pages long. Now, I didn't take the
now,
time to
now
read
this is
all of that.
true. This is true news. So that they did that study and why we got to look at it like that, because we don't know exactly who they're affiliated with. You get what I mean? I mean, I know the study is the study, and it's probably 127 pages we can kick to the study. But are they trying to expose CNN? Looks like they trying to like put something out there like CNN. You know what I mean? Look,
Nah, man, I think you're missing. I think you're
yeah.
missing what the study is saying. Like what they're saying is people are
Remove.
watching Fox News and they're getting information that is just not true, demonstrably false. It's not nothing that we really got to go back and forth about. Like we know that Fox News. I'm gonna tell you how we know that Fox News is full of lies. Tucker Carlson has a show on Fox News, and he acts as if it's a news show. But when they sued Fox News because he was telling lies, people sued him. And when they went to court, they said that it's entertainment. Anybody who has common sense should know that they shouldn't be taking Tucker Carlson seriously. This is an entertainment show that he does. He's just a character. This is what Fox News says in court. That's something that anybody could look up. So,
and they won the case.
No, they were able to. Yeah, they was able to duck some charges. Like you know what I'm saying? They didn't lose the case. I don't think, you know what I'm saying. But I would have to follow up with that. But I thought it was very illuminating that was their defense in court, that he's not a real guy. So what I'm trying to say is, this study to me is showing that if you gave people incentive to watch Fox News, as opposed, I mean, if you gave them incentive to watch CNN instead of Fox News, because these people have been watching Fox News all their life. They're in a bubble. They're talking to their friends online. So that's the only news they're watching. Now they finally get to see a different perspective where they can hear their side of the story and they can hear a leftist side of the story, and they could be like, well, maybe, after 30 days my mind ain't completely changed, but I could understand that Fox News is not being fair. They're not going to say nothing bad about Trump. Maybe they're trying to downplay the virus when I should be worried about the virus. Maybe Democrats don't want to see police die. That was one of the things that they found on the survey. Like, they were less likely to think that Democrats are happy when police get killed. So these are the kind of things that Fox viewers think, that like, if somebody wants Joe Biden to be president, that's because they're happy when police get killed. And they think that it's going to be a lot of, they were thinking that it's going to be a lot of racial violence if Joe Biden were to get elected. These are the ideas that they have in their head.
So you saying Fox
News viewers. And I'm saying that it looks like there's evidence suggesting that these people can be disabused of these wrong beliefs if they were exposed to CNN. Better media sources, better news. I'm not saying CNN is perfect, but it's way better. It's a way better source of information than Fox News.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that statement?
I couldn't confirm or agree because I don't know too much about Fox. I know both of them are channels, but I can't gauge and know. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you watch Fox News?
I don't watch Fox News, but I do check out certain topics. And I may catch one of somebody that they have on a show that's talking about something in a particular field of investing and something that I'm in, that I may,
So you'll catch the clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, I may catch what somebody went on there and talked about on Fox or CNN, But I'm not an authentic watcher because they don't have much of more business. So I don't, that's why it's not in my rim. But
interesting. I don't know. I find Fox News viewers to be grossly misinformed and very there's other studies that suggest that people who watch Fox News are less cognitively sophisticated, meaning they're not.
You mean they watch Fox News like every day? Like
that's their main source of news. They're saying that the average Fox viewer is less cognitively sophisticated than people who watch other.
So like CNN probably have more of a sophisticated, you mean?
At least basically that's just a it's like a euphemism for dumb, you know what I'm saying, to say that they're less cognitively sophisticated. Like these people are not thinking critically. They're gullible. They're
Mm.
more likely to be gullible if they're watching Fox News.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of studies that show that, and I think that's triggering for a lot of people. They hear that and be offended and kind of like get turned off by it. They won't really look into it, but I think that that could be a real opportunity to course correct if they were open to it. But that's how we're made up as humans. We have cognitive bias where we
yeah,
just we want to find evidence to confirm what we already believe is right. So if you just grew up thinking that the
yeah.
conservative right wing way of life is right,
You're gonna
you
be
just want to
stuck.
watch news that makes you feel good about your point of view. That actually leads us to our other article that we wanted to talk about, man.
Let's do it.
It was a it was an article talking about why facts aren't enough to change somebody's mind.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I seen that. That was crazy.
I thought that was really interesting. What have you experienced that in your life where it's like, where you had somebody in your life where you was just trying to show them the facts, but that just wasn't enough to change their mind?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you speak on that? Can you expound on that?
Well, yeah, it was a time where I was trying to explain uh the cost of a water system to a potential customer. Okay.
Okay.
The facts that I was bringing was that the city or your water municipality fails in certain they fail in certain tests that they have where they have too much, you know. And I was showing this information that the city publicly gives, and
Yeah.
I got somebody say, "Hey man, water ain't killed me yet." So what is that?
Yeah.
So you got people that know, you can give them evidence, you can, you know what I mean, and they'll just be like, "Man, get out of
Yeah. It's crazy how that happened.
here."
No,
Stop.
really, I was listening to you because I found that with Trump supporters, really, and things when it came to COVID-19. You know, I found it very hard to change people's minds, and I mean, some people just have hesitancy. But I actually knew somebody, one of my neighbors, actually, he was convinced that the vaccine magnetized people, which is completely untrue.
What do you mean magnetized? Can you go over that
He
for us?
felt like if you took the shot, like you would come back and quarters might stick to your arm. That's completely untrue. He had fallen for some disinformation. But when I tried to explain that to him, he he wasn't really hearing me.
Damn.
Another thing I see, I have friends in my social circle where they're convinced that Joe Biden is the reason that gas prices have risen. And
How?
I mean, they just feel like presidents have, um, a little bit more control over gas prices than they do. And this is something that you'll see on social media. You might see stuff like that on Fox News, but whether the gas prices are good or bad, the president has very little to do with it. And when you really ask those people's questions, you'll find that they don't they don't really understand the theory that they're trying to sell you on. Like you'll ask them, well, would you agree that gas prices are on the rise all over the world? I mean, like in France and all these other places. I'm like, yes. So is Joe Biden in control of that too? And they might say yes, but then like how? Like how would Joe Biden affect the gas prices in other countries? Like how, you know, how is he doing both at the same time? and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And that's another cognitive limitation that we have. Sometimes we think that we have more knowledge about something than we actually do, and we figure out that we don't when we try to explain things. That article went into that a little bit. I'm going to try to see if I could quote from that article. Hold on.
You know, it's very interesting though. What
You said,
just on the Trump and the Joe Biden. Isn't it crazy how Trump had connection? They said, I don't. Trump had connections with Russia,
yeah,
and then
that's crazy.
right, and then now we like we're going up against Russia as soon as we get out. So it just seemed like I don't know. It seemed a little, it got a little correlation, but who knows.
Uh, More than a little correlation. I mean, people went to jail. You know what I'm saying, for dealing with Russians and things of that sort. We saw him on national television say, Russia, if you're listening, and he after that dirt came out about Hillary, saying the same thing that he was asking for. And we know that Trump is a useful idiot. It was better for Russia that Trump be in power so that it looks like America isn't doing so well. That way, Putin could point to us and say, look, democracy doesn't work that well either. Look at what they're going through. So in that Russian propaganda, that stuff works. But while we were talking about that, I was able to pull up that interesting article that I was talking about. It's an article in the New Yorker, and the article is titled "Why Facts Don't Change Our Minds." New discoveries about the human mind show the limitations of reason, and these this research goes back to 1975. They said researchers at Stanford invited a group of undergraduates to take a part in a study about suicide. They were presented with a pair of suicide notes, and in each pair, one note had been composed by a random individual and the other by a person who had subsequently taken his own life. And the students were then asked to distinguish between the genuine notes and the fake notes. Some students, discovered that they had a genius for the task. Out of 25 pairs of notes, they correctly identified the real one 24 times. Others discovered that they weren't that good at uh, picking which notes were real. And what they did was a trick, you know what I'm saying? That was all like bullshit. They really didn't know that, right? It was a psychological
To
like
see if they
trick,
believe.
right?
Right.
So though half the notes were indeed genuine, they've been obtained by the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office, and the scores were fictitious. So the students who had been told that they were almost right were on average no more discerning than those who had been told that they were mostly wrong. So, in the second phase of that study, the deception was revealed. The students were told that the real point of the experiment was to gauge their responses to thinking that they were right or wrong. And that's actually a trick too. But finally, the students were asked to estimate how many suicide notes they had actually categorized correctly and how many they thought on average the students would get right. And at this point, something crazy happened. See, the students in the score group said that they thought that they did really well and better than average. And the ones who told that they were bad at picking the right notes, they thought that they did bad on the test too, even though they had been told that the evidence that they had before was bullshit. You get it?
Mm.
They thought that they were good at picking out the right notes. It was a lie, but you still couldn't change their mind. They still thought they were good after they told them, like, yo, all that confidence that you got because you thought you got everyone right, it was bullshit. That was just a trick. That was a mind game that we playing on you. Now, how many did you think that you got right? They still thought they were good at picking out the ones. And the ones who were bad thought that they were bad still. And they were just the same.
Deception, huh? Not
Yeah, but it
deception.
just goes to show that even though
First
they told them
impression.
the real deal, they kept believing what they wanted to believe. It's a good article. You got to read it in the
Yeah,
New
they kept
Yorker.
believing what they wanted them to believe. You get me?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But that just goes to show you
Mm,
how it is to change somebody's mind once the bullshit is already in their mind. Think
got
about a racist person if they get taught that God chose their race to civilize the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? And you get older and you come to find out that that might not be true. You still in your heart is going to believe that because you have confirmation bias. You're just going to keep believing what you want to believe.
right.
You know, it's a very, very interesting story. And if you continue to read in the article, they said that they comes back to when we were hunters and gatherers, you know, like an early form of human, because the most important thing was your social status in the group. You might get jumped on by the rest of the group. They might kick you out. You might not get a mate. You might get to eat scraps or eat last. So your brain power was used to win an argument. It wasn't about what was really right. You were just good at winning the argument. You feel me? Even if the point was wrong.
Right.
I know how to pick out what you saying that's wrong. You feel me? And I'm gonna make you look bad in the argument just so I fit in with the group. Cause that's what's gonna keep me alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what they're saying, that why our brains develop that little quirk in it where we'll want to believe something even if it ain't true because we started off believing
Mm, that's crazy. It's deep.
it. It is deep, but knowing these limitations make you a little bit less likely to fool yourself.
Mm,
That's why I tell people you need to get into epistemology. You need to get into cognitive biases, logical fallacies. The more you know those, the more you can recognize them, and maybe it could lead to you making better decisions, being
yeah.
able to discern what's true and false in the media. You know.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, yeah. But I think that's a good note to go out on. You know, I don't really have any new
For
things
real,
to
that
bring to
was
the table. You
good,
got
man.
some?
Nah, man, that was all good. It was all good stuff, man. Hopefully, we're gonna keep giving them good content that we can get in that they can learn from and understand. There's two sides to. It's deeper than what just is on the face cover. You get me? So,
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. You
yeah,
know, we're just starting out.
it's the
We're
first
still
one.
learning this whole StreamYard thing. As we progress, the show will become more refined. You know, Shrewd News will evolve, and I think it's good that the audience will be able to see us get better equipment, get more
We'll get
eloquent with
added
our
test.
speaking.
Who knows?
Yeah,
You know?
get into the more data. And this is a show where we're not talking down to people. You know, we're gonna research right alongside the audience. You know, if we say something wrong, they could let us know. You know, help us understand why our viewpoint doesn't align with theirs, and maybe they could correct us on something. You know, we open to being corrected. We open to having our mind changed. Are we not, Bob?
Yeah, for real.
You know.
I like to keep an open mind, but I like that we're gonna get a lot of people. It's deep conversation and intellectual. So, man, y'all keep stay tuned to what we got because I think we're gonna come out with some killer stories. Cap, you always have some killer stories, but this is
Oh
some
yeah.
good topics that people need to be listening to, though. Just to what we
Yeah.
have just the information that we're gonna give on our opinion is just valid. I think that it needs to be
Yeah,
heard.
yeah. Keep people up to speed on the news, and when they hear us talk about stuff, maybe they'll have something. A young man could hear these conversations and have a little bit more flavor in his conversation when he goes on the date tonight. He up to speed
Yeah.
on current events. He might have heard a word that he want to use. They could take this sauce and use it to their benefit.
Mm-hmm. For real.
That's
For
one
real.
thing.
For real. So look, man, we're gonna end it on this note, and we're gonna give them great content, man. We'll see them on the next video.
Definitely, definitely. Go ahead and close it out.
Peace.